Welcome. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of psychology to discuss two prevalent phenomena, toxic masculinity and toxic femininity. These terms have likely crossed your path at some point, and though they might sound intimidating, they're merely lenses through which we can view and understand certain behaviors. Toxic masculinity refers to a culturally constructed idea of manliness that glorifies traits like stoicism, strength, virility, and dominance. It's the societal pressure that tells men they must be tough, unemotional, and aggressive to be real men. It's the voice that discourages men from expressing their feelings or seeking help when they're struggling for fear of appearing weak. This concept is not only detrimental to men's mental health and personal relationships, but it also contributes to a broader culture of violence and inequality. On the other hand, toxic femininity is another cultural construct that glorifies traits such as passivity, fragility, beauty, and manipulation in women. This is the societal expectation that women should be submissive, focused on their physical appearance, and use their emotions as a tool for manipulation. It's the narrative that tells women they must be nurturing, empathetic, and compliant to be real women. This harmful construct can lead to self-esteem issues, unhealthy relationships, and perpetuate gender stereotypes. But here's the kicker. These are not inherent traits of being male or female. They are harmful societal constructs that can affect anyone, regardless of their gender. You see, masculinity and femininity are not exclusive to men and women respectively. They are energies, traits, and behaviors that exist within all of us, in varying degrees and forms. When these energies are balanced, they can contribute to our fullness as human beings. But when they're distorted or suppressed, they can manifest in toxic ways. So as we navigate through this discussion, remember, it's not about men versus women or masculinity versus femininity. It's about understanding these constructs, recognizing their harmful effects, and striving for balance and healthy expressions of our human nature. These are not inherent traits of being male or female, but harmful societal constructs that can affect anyone regardless of their gender. Let's dive into some real-life examples of toxic masculinity. Perhaps one of the most prevalent is the pressure men often feel to suppress their emotions. In many societies, boys are taught from a young age that expressing feelings such as sadness or fear is a sign of weakness. This "boys don't cry" mantra can lead to emotional repression, which may exacerbate mental health issues and hinder the development of healthy relationships. Another common example is the expectation for men to be the primary providers. This stereotype places an immense burden on men to succeed financially, often at the expense of their personal fulfillment and mental health. The fear of appearing dependent or unable to fulfill this role can lead to anxiety, stress, and feelings of inadequacy. Furthermore, the stigma around men seeking mental health help is a significant manifestation of toxic masculinity. Despite the increasing recognition of mental health as a critical aspect of overall well-being, many men still struggle to seek help due to societal expectations and perceptions. They fear being perceived as weak or less masculine, which can often exacerbate their mental health conditions and delay necessary treatment. It's crucial to understand that these are not isolated incidents, but widespread societal issues affecting many people. The pressure to conform to these toxic masculine norms can pervade every aspect of a person's life, from their personal relationships to their professional interactions. It's a cultural issue that needs addressing, as it can lead to harmful behaviors, strained relationships, and overall detriment to mental and emotional health. These examples illustrate the damaging effects of toxic masculinity on individuals and society. The expectations and pressures associated with toxic masculinity can lead to a myriad of mental health issues, strained relationships, and a decrease in overall well-being. Recognizing these examples in our daily lives is the first step towards challenging and changing these harmful norms. Now let's explore examples of toxic femininity. Toxic femininity can be broadly understood as harmful behaviors and expectations traditionally associated with femininity. It's important to stress that these are not traits inherent to women, but rather they are the result of societal pressures and expectations. One common example of toxic femininity is the intense pressure to maintain physical appearances. Society often expects women to conform to unrealistic beauty standards. This could range from being expected to maintain a certain weight, to having flawless skin, or even adopting certain fashion trends. The constant pursuit of these standards can lead to a myriad of issues, including body dysmorphia, eating disorders, and low self-esteem. Another example is the expectation for women to be submissive, especially in relation to men. This is often manifested in the belief that women should refrain from expressing strong opinions, or that they should always put others' needs before their own. The suppression of one's own desires and needs can result in a loss of self-identity, and can also lead to mental health issues such as anxiety and depression. Lastly, let's discuss the use of manipulation as a form of control, another example of toxic femininity. This can take the form of emotional manipulation, guilt-tripping, or even playing the victim to gain sympathy or control over others. While manipulation is not a gender-specific behavior, it is often ascribed to women by societal stereotypes, reinforcing harmful patterns of behavior. It's crucial to remember that these examples are not exhaustive, nor are they representative of all women. They are merely illustrations of how societal expectations can distort our understanding of femininity and lead to toxic behaviors. As we can see, toxic femininity, like its masculine counterpart, has profound implications on individuals and societal dynamics. It is our collective responsibility to challenge these harmful norms and continue to promote healthier, more inclusive definitions of femininity and masculinity. Every person, regardless of their gender, carries within them both masculine and feminine energies. These energies are not opposite forces, but complementary aspects of our human nature, each with its unique qualities and strengths. Let's delve deeper into the nature of these energies. Masculine energy is often perceived as action-oriented, logical, and focused. It's the force that propels us forward, that allows us to make decisions and solve problems. It's the energy that helps us set boundaries and strive for our goals. It's the energy of the warrior, the protector, the doer. On the other hand, feminine energy is nurturing, intuitive, and creative. It's the energy of compassion, empathy, and understanding. It's about connection, receptivity, and collaboration. It's the energy that allows us to dream, to feel deeply, to nurture, and to create. It's the energy of the caregiver, the healer, the artist. Now imagine these two energies in perfect harmony, like two dancers moving to the rhythm of life. When we allow both these energies to flow freely, we are able to live a more fulfilled, authentic life. We are able to act decisively, yet with kindness and understanding. We are able to set boundaries, yet remain open and receptive. We are able to strive for our goals, yet remain flexible and adaptable. This balance allows us to express our full potential, to be true to ourselves and to others. However, it's important to understand that this balance is not about being 50-50 or about being neutral. It's about acknowledging, accepting, and integrating these energies in a way that aligns with our true nature and our individual life journey. If we suppress or deny either of these energies, we risk creating an imbalance. We risk distorting the suppressed energy into a toxic manifestation. For example, suppressed masculine energy can become aggressive, while suppressed feminine energy can become manipulative. Suppressing either energy can lead to its toxic manifestation, creating an imbalance. So, let's strive for balance, for harmony between our masculine and feminine energies. Let's embrace both these aspects of our human nature, for they are both part of who we are. So what happens when we suppress these energies? We've explored the concepts of masculine and feminine energies and their toxic counterparts. But what about when we attempt to stifle these forces within us? Well, it's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. At some point, it's going to pop up, and the force might just surprise you. When we try to suppress our masculine energy, it doesn't disappear. Instead, it can manifest in a distorted, harmful way. This might look like overaggression, a need for control, or an inability to express emotions. It's the classic image of the macho man who refuses to show any sign of what they perceive as weakness, including vulnerability, empathy, and affection. These are all human traits, but when we suppress our masculine energy, they can become twisted into something toxic. On the flip side, suppressing feminine energy can also have damaging effects. This might show up as manipulative behavior, excessive neediness, or using one's appearance or sexuality in a harmful way. It's the stereotype of the damsel in distress, who feels powerless and resorts to underhanded tactics to exert control. These behaviors are not inherent to femininity, but are a result of suppressing that energy and allowing it to become toxic. It's important to note that these toxic manifestations are not exclusive to any gender. Regardless of how you identify, suppressing your inherent energies can lead to these harmful expressions. But how do we avoid this? The answer is simple, yet challenging. We must acknowledge and express both our masculine and feminine energies in a healthy way. This means allowing ourselves to be strong and assertive, while also being nurturing and empathetic. It's about finding a balance and giving ourselves permission to fully experience the range of human emotions and behaviors. Recognizing and embracing our inherent energies is key to avoiding their toxic manifestations. This isn't a one-time fix, but a lifelong journey of self-discovery and acceptance. And trust me, it's a journey worth undertaking. To encapsulate what we've discussed today, we've delved into the complex issues of toxic masculinity and femininity. We've seen how these are not inherent traits, but rather distorted expressions of suppressed masculine and feminine energies. Toxic masculinity reflected in behaviors that stifle emotions and promote aggression, and toxic femininity, seen in manipulative and overly submissive tendencies, are both harmful constructs that warp our perception of gender norms. We've also explored the importance of recognizing and expressing our masculine and feminine energies. Suppressing either of these energies can lead to their toxic manifestations. It's crucial to remember that everyone, regardless of gender, possesses both energies. Suppressing one in favor of the other can lead to imbalance and toxicity, impacting not only the individual but also the society at large. By understanding these concepts, we can work towards a healthier expression of our inherent energies and a more balanced society.